Hello everyone. In this video, we will see how we can use Atom to create ELAN services that transport all traffic across BGP network core using QinQ endpoint interface types and flexible Ethernet services as a physical encapsulation type. No VLAN mapping is performed. Customer VLAN IDs and service provider VLAN IDs must match on each endpoint, that is to send or receive traffic. Service providers can limit the bandwidth of services built from the service definition to specific values from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. We will also provision the connectivity fault management profile for the service. Atom offers predefined service definitions in the form of a profile that one can choose from to create a particular service. A profile captures the commonly used parameters in a service. You can either edit them or you can create your own variation. Let us take a look at the service definition for QinQ All-VLAN flavor for BGP signaling. Here we can see that the service type is set to ELAN multipoint to multipoint. The interface type, the instance type is set to VPLS, and the signaling protocol is set to BGP. The route target and route distinguisher is set to auto-pick and is pointed to a profile on Atom's resource manager under IPAM. The MAC learning is set to true. The PEC interconnect has the following settings. The VLAN tagging is set to QinQ. The physical interface encapsulation is set to flexible Ethernet services. The logical interface encapsulation is set to VLAN VPLS. And the traffic type is set to transport all traffic. This is as per the service. The VLAN normalization is set to normalization not required. The rate limiting is enabled and can be changed during service creation. The QoS is enabled as well. Let us now try to create a service. The template is already imported. The initial set of parameters include the service name and the customer. The service definition is set to ELAN BGP QinQ All-VLAN, which is the profile we just reviewed. Rest of the parameters will be taken from the profile itself. The CFM template is selected from the CFM profile. The site settings capture the PE details. The device IP and the interface connecting to the CE can be seen here. The unit details and the VLAN details are pointing towards the resource manager profile. We can override them if necessary. Since it is for all the VLANs coming from customer networks, we can skip rest of the parameters here. The class of service template is chosen from the cost profiles. Similarly, we can create other nodes involved in the ELAN service under different site settings. The node settings captures the MAC learning details and the details such as RD and RT values if it needs to be overridden from what we have in the ELAN profile. Let us now try to create the service. As you can see, a new service has been created. Let's take a look at the tasks to see the provision commands. The initial set of configuration includes a class of service configuration. We can see the forwarding class is set to best effort, and the code point associated is shown as well. The forwarding class is mapped to Q0 to forward the traffic. This is based on the class of service profile. We can also see the scheduler configuration linked to the queue to regulate the priority, buffer size, transmit rate, and shaping rate. The configuration related to interface being linked to class of service is seen as well. Rest of the configurations include firewall and policer configuration, encapsulation configuration, and CFM configurations. We can also see routing instance configuration, including route distinguisher and route target configurations and MAC learning configurations as well. On the device, we can see routing instance configurations, including VPLS protocol configurations. The interface configurations captures the encapsulation details, the VLAN translation for all VLANs, the firewall and the policer configurations. We can also see how the interface is linked to the scheduler maps and classifiers. We can also see the service configurations that includes DSCP configurations, forwarding classes configurations, and scheduler map configurations. We can also see the CFM configurations based on the CFM profile. Thanks for watching.